Hello, welcome to the next year of beer blog. Today we've got something really special. It might even be an exclusive. I don't know if anyone else has done a tasting video on this yet, but we've actually got a bottle of BrewDog Tactical Nuclear Penguin. This is the strongest beer in the world at the moment. It's 32% alcohol. It should be treated as a spirit, really. This is an incredible beer. I know that without even tasting it, it's going to be stupendous. Whether it's going to be smooth and silky or really rough and fiery, we're going to find out in a second. Now this is an interesting beer. It's a strong imperial stout that spent some time in whiskey casks, and then to increase the alcoholic strength it's gone through a process of freeze distillation. Now freeze distillation is where you take a big mass of beer, you chill it down until it starts to freeze, and then just as the water in it starts to freeze you pour out the liquid beer. And what that does is remove the water, which has the effect of concentrating the alcohol into the beer. Now, I'm really, as you might be able to tell, excited about this. We'll get the top off it. Oh, it's a very high fill there, goodness me. I'm just going to pour out a tiny amount, because this really is, it's a spirit. It should be treated as a spirit. I can feel it slightly evaporating off my fingers. I've spilt some on there. It's leaving sort of slight legs on the glass. Oh my goodness me. Now that smells like a cross between, there's chocolate, there's definite I Love Whiskey sort of smoke characteristics there. Oh, that's really making me salivate. Oh my goodness. That's really, oh, it's so warming. It's 32% alcohol, so it's not surprising it's a little bit warming. And what it reminds me of, on our Christmas do last year, I put a couple of drops of Islay whiskey into a porter, and it just gave the porter a big boost and a smoky edge. And this is like a really concentrated version of that. There's so much richness. You can tell there's an imperial stout backbone. It's really chocolatey. It's smooth. It's unctuous. There's a lot of sort of sweetness and silkiness from the alcohol there. That is phenomenal. That's really good. I've tried a lot of strong beers. I've tried Sam Adams Utopias, which is, was it formerly the strongest beer in the world? Not quite, but maybe it's the most famous strong beer in the world at 27%. And that goes through a process of barrel aging and messing around with yeasts to get it up to the 27% alcohol. And it's good, but Utopias is kind of flat and it tastes halfway between strong ale and sherry. This is something else altogether. There's a very light carbonation in it. That's so unusual. It's halfway between a kind of a cask strength Islay whiskey and a really smooth, rich imperial stout. There's chocolate, there's a bit of cherry note in there, then there's that lovely dry phenolic character. It's really sensational. It's produced in incredibly limited quantities. If you can, I would say, what are they retailing for? 35 quid. Is it worth it? I can't say that. I can't say if it is or it isn't. But what I would say is that it's a shame there's a crown cap on this, and it's a shame that it's a crown cap because you have to use this at a single serving. If I had a cork in it, I could reseal it, have some more tomorrow, reseal it, have some more the next day. What I've got to do now is go out and find 10 or 11 people who are willing to try the strongest beer in the world and see what they think of it. Let's go on the road and make a video blog. Cheers. Okay, we're here with Matt from North Bar. So in North Bar with Mark Fletcher of Real Ale Reviews. Oh. Hi. So we're with Kath at North Bar. She's trying BrewDog Tactical Nuclear Penguin.
Oh, wow.
Kath, what do you think? So I'm with Matt from hopzine.com and we're drinking BrewDog Tactical Nuclear Penguin. Okay, I'm at North Bar with Andreas from Vertical Drinks. Andreas, you got some BrewDog Tactical Nuclear Penguin. Why don't you try a bit and tell me what you think? And we're still in North Bar with Rob from hopzine.com. Rob, you got some Tactical Nuclear Penguin there. Have a smell and a taste and tell us what you think. Okay, we're in North Bar and I'm with Paul Marshall, Lone Wolf. He's got some BrewDog Tactical Nuclear Penguin. BrewDog Tactial Nuclear Penguin. I've never heard the word said so much in all my life. Partly because it's a new beer, but also partly because I guess everybody's really interested in it and wants to try it. We had no trouble putting together a whole bunch of people to come along and sample it at North Bar in Leeds. And in fact we had so many people and so much footage that it spilled over into another video. The constraints of YouTube mean that we can only upload videos of about 10 minutes at a time. So what I've done is edited it all together. I've got a little sample of BrewDog Tactical Nuclear Penguin here. I'm going to have it with some ice this time, because I'm one of those Philistines that likes to drink his whiskey with ice. And you know, this bottle's been open for 12 hours now. The fruitiness, I think, has kind of disappeared a little bit. It's been replaced with a big sort of savoury, slightly meaty quality. Like the coffee notes have come through, and there's a big one of the things Andreas in the video says is there's like a soy sauce note that's really developed in the beer. He was one of the last people to try the beer, so it had been open for quite a while and the air had got to it by then. But you know what? Even though it's changed character, it's still really a delight to drink. And BrewDog guys, James, Martin, I love what you do. You're a crazy pair of guys. I'd use bad language if the format would permit it. But thank you so much for brewing this, because it pushes the envelope of what people think of as beer. And for that, I'll happily raise my glass of BrewDog Tactical Nuclear Penguin, and thank you for it. See you next time. Cheers.